excited about this episode because we're getting ready to talk about decision making and understanding it. So you need to lean in because we getting ready to talk. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Simon Says episode. I'm excited because today we're going to be talking about understanding decision making. Because decisions, I've discovered, are directional. One decision can alter your life. It can change your life forever.
Forever. Forever. Forever.
Let's just get right into it. Decisions. People judge you by what you do, but people never really take the time to understand the why as it pertains to what you did. They don't really understand it. Like let's really talk about Cardi B. You all know it. It's out here. What Cardi B did was threw a mic at this young lady, right? Okay. Some people like, well, I don't want to know. She was wrong because the girl threw water on her and she asked for water to be thrown on her. You're right. I got you. Don't hate me. Calm down. Don't attack me. You're right. She asked for water to be thrown on her. But this is the reason why you can't make decisions out of emotions. You can't allow your emotions to dictate your decision making. Because here it is. Emotions will switch up on you at any time, right? So let's just think about it. She probably did not communicate properly what she meant by throw water on me. She was like, throw water on me. It's hot up here. Throw water. She probably really just needed a drink of water.
Am I thirsty?
She didn't want water on her face probably. She didn't want that, right? But because she didn't properly communicate it, we took it as, let's just throw water on her. So who's really at fault here? It's miscommunication. Now, here it is. Because you didn't properly do it, you made a decision to throw a deadly weapon at someone, and you didn't even think in your mind that this was a deadly weapon. All because you did not think your decision through. Decisions are directional. And that's why the Bible teaches us like this. You got to lean out into thy own understanding, but in all thy ways, acknowledge him. I know that sounds churchy, but people, please, listen. Talk to God.
Dear God, I know I'm one of your strongest soldiers, but who told you that?
You got to ask God. You got to ask God to help you when it comes down to making decisions. Because here it is. She probably felt salty in that moment when that water got thrown on her. Like, I'm feeling real salty right now. You just tried to play me. Like, I feel real salty. You threw water on me. And I've discovered this too. Although you feel right, does not mean you are right. Because she probably felt right for retaliating. She probably felt right, but still was wrong. And now you have lawsuits because it was water versus a deadly weapon. Because a microphone is considered a deadly weapon when used to harm somebody. So all of that is birthed out of being salty. Can we talk about saltiness a little bit? Because when I hear that word saltiness and talking about decision making, I can only think about well, there's a few people I could think about, but one in particular that I often study all the time that I like, that helps me with understanding decision making, is a brother by the name of Lot in the Bible. I need you to lean in. I need you to lean in. Lot is a brother that has to leave a city. You know, we know that Sodom and Gomorrah, he has to leave a city because there's sin there. Everybody's corrupt. People are sleeping with everybody. I mean, everybody is sleeping with everybody. No, y'all didn't hear me.
Everybody is knocking boots with everybody.
Like, everybody. So God's like, all right, look, I'm about to wipe this all out. I'm about to do it. And so God finds favor with Lot, his family, tells him to get out. And when they're leaving, you know the story. If you don't, I'll help you. His wife is holding his hand, but she turns back and looks at the city. And the instructions were, nobody look back. Nobody looking back. But she made the decision to look back. Before you judge her for looking back, I want you to catch this. You would look back too if that's the only thing you had a reference of. She grew up there. That was her hometown. Her family was there. She's familiar with that. So while we judge people for the what that she did, that's what we do. We judge people based on the what. We don't understand fully the why. She looked back because that's what she was familiar for. But her decisions are directional. It not only landed her in an accident, but it landed Lot in an accident too. How did it land Lot in an accident? We're going to talk about that as soon as we come back. And welcome back. I know we left off talking about Lot and how his wife's decision landed him in an accident he probably didn't ask for, because we know decisions are directional, right? And it can get you in an accident you didn't mean to get into. So catch this. She turns around. She turns into a pillar of salt. Lot's holding her hand. And now his hand becomes salty based upon her decision, right? So now he's lost his wife. So he has his two daughters and himself, and they're fleeing, and they cannot go back and pick their mother up. You know what? I wonder, were they like us? Because I wonder if we were there, how many of us would be like trying to pick salt up? Come on, mama. All right, let's just keep going. That was a funny moment to me. So they get to this town, and Lot, watch this, makes this decision because he's now salty. Don't judge him, because a lot of us are living life salty. You were salty because of a relationship. You were salty because of a job. You were salty because of a career. And your saltiness made you make a decision that ultimately you didn't necessarily agree with in the latter part. It felt good in the moment, but then later you saw that it was the wrong decision. How do we know that? Look at Lot's life. Lot is salty. His wife is gone. And if you read that scripture, it says he gets drunk. He gets so drunk, he becomes intoxicated, inebriated, like he doesn't even know what's happening. And watch what happens. Decisions are directional, right? So because of his wife's decision, he becomes salty, he gets drunk, and he makes the decision to get drunk. And because of his decision, watch this, his daughters now say there's nobody in this land to preserve the family. So let's get daddy real drunk and sleep with him. And that's what they do.
I'm drunk now.
And Lot, because he's salty, gets drunk. His daughter sleep with him.
Hey, yo, that was great.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great. My bad.
And because of his decision to get drunk, his daughters make a decision, right? It's directional. And now you have two cousins birth. You have the Ammonites and the Moabites that are cousins fighting each other, hating each other, because we made a decision out of saltiness. I need y'all to catch this. We're talking about understanding decision making. But we are judging people for the what, but we got to understand why this happened, right? So they make the decision. And although, here it is, their intentions are great. Who wouldn't want to preserve your family? Intentions are great, but execution was poor. Because we can feel right in the moment, but we can be slightly off with our choice too. And because of that, the Ammonites and the Moabites are birthed, and they start fighting and hating each other. Now let's go back to Lot. Why did you get drunk, Lot? Let's really talk about that. I know what you did, but why did you do it? You were salty. You were salty. So you're drunk because you lost. So here's what I discovered. Some people don't get drunk because they want to feel good. Because that's you can't really try to feel good while grieving. It's hard. People get drunk because they do not want to feel bad. Some people just want to feel normal. And for some, normal isn't always good. It's just not bad. I need y'all to catch that. For some, normal isn't always good. It's just not bad. Because some people don't get drunk, to forget. They get drunk to not feel because they keep remembering. Which is why he blacked out. He ain't know. He ain't even know what he was doing with his daughters. So you got to understand the decisions that people make in life. And if we don't understand that, then we'll go around judging people for what they did and never taking an account of why did they do what they did, And this is the reason, if you look at through the scriptures, if you look at it, God never cursed none of them. I know we talk about grace in the new covenant, but you see it extending here because, that's a little crazy to be doing all of this. God never cursed them because we have to extend grace. People are grieving. People are hurt. I never forget the time when my father passed away, man, and I became the pastor of Grace. My father died on a Monday. I became the pastor on a Wednesday, and we had his funeral and everything on my birthday. All in a week. It was like, boom. I was like, make it stop, make it stop. All in a week. I didn't know what I was doing. But the day of me being, voted in, people left me. They left. And I was like, what's happening? And I got to a place where I started judging them for what they did instead of understanding why they left. Some people did not properly communicate why they left, but it wasn't until I matured to understand that I'm not my dad. They couldn't trust that I would wake up in the morning at 3:00 in the morning to pray for them if they were, on suicide watch. They couldn't trust that I would, be there for their family if somebody got in an accident or a loved one died, that I would come to They couldn't trust that. Although I was the son of the man they trusted, they still didn't have that rapport with me. So I had to tell myself, stop judging them for what they did in that moment, and start understanding why they did it. And when you understand the why, you will live in such a freedom that you'll stop running for closure behind the what. You stop running for that. And you understand, okay, I get it now. I gotta go. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll see y'all on the next episode, all right? Oh, before I leave, I'm wearing my man's Faith Swole. Faith moves. So this is your Simon Says moment, all right? I normally give you a motivational type, but look, I want you to go to Swole's page. It's going to be up. faithmoves.com. I think that's the thing of it. I think that's the name of it. If not, it's going to be on your screen. Go there and purchase a shirt. It's dope because Faith does move you. All right? Peace.